in the heart of the bustling city of Tokyo, amidst the neon-lit streets and towering skyscrapers. There existed a hidden underworld unknown to the ordinary citizens. Deep within the labyrinthine alleyways of Shinjuku, there stood a nondescript building, a seemingly innocuous nightclub known as Eclipse. To the untrained eye, Eclipse appeared to be just another trendy hotspot where young Tokyoites gathered to dance and revel into the late hours of the night. But those in the know whispered of a darker truth, that Eclipse was a haven for vampires. Rumors swirled about the enigmatic owner of Eclipse, a mysterious figure known only as Akira Kurogen. Some said he was a centuries-old vampire who had amassed wealth and power over the ages, while others claimed he was a mere mortal who had fallen under the spell of the undead. Regardless of his true nature, one thing was certain: Eclipse was a place where humans mingled freely with creatures of the night, their fates intertwined in a delicate dance of secrecy and danger. And as the moon rose high in the Tokyo sky, casting its ethereal glow over the city, the whispers of forbidden desires and forbidden bloodshed grew louder, signaling the beginning of a night filled with intrigue and peril. As the night deepened and the pulsating rhythms of the music thrummed through the walls of Eclipse, a young woman named Emmy found herself drawn to the club's mysterious allure. Despite the warnings from her friends to steer clear of the place, Emma's curiosity got the better of her, and she ventured into the dimly lit interior of the nightclub. Inside, she was met with a sensory overload of flashing lights and pounding bass, but it was the air of danger that electrified her senses. As Emmy made her way through the throng of dancers, she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, as if unseen eyes followed her every move. Just when she thought she couldn't bear the intensity of the atmosphere any longer, Emmy felt a hand gently graze her arm, a touch that sent shivers down her spine. She turned to see a striking figure standing before her, his eyes smoldering with an otherworldly allure. "Care to dance?" he whispered, his voice a seductive melody that seemed to ensnare her very soul. Emmy hesitated, her heart pounding in her chest. But something about the stranger's magnetic presence drew her in, despite her instincts screaming at her to flee. With a tentative nod, she allowed herself to be pulled into the swirling sea of bodies, the music drowning out the cacophony of her thoughts. As they moved together in a hypnotic rhythm, Emmy couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to the man than met the eye. His touch was cold against her skin, sending a shiver of unease coursing through her veins, yet she found herself unable to resist him. And as the night wore on and the boundaries between reality and fantasy blurred, Emmy couldn't shake the feeling that her life was about to change in ways she could never have imagined. For lurking beneath the surface of Tokyo's glittering facade lay a world of darkness and intrigue, where vampires and humans danced on the razor's edge of desire and danger. And as the first rays of dawn began to creep over the horizon, casting long shadows across the city streets, Emmy knew that her journey into the heart of darkness was only just beginning. As the night at Eclipse drew to a close, Emmy found herself unable to shake the mysterious stranger from her thoughts. His enigmatic allure lingered in her mind like a haunting melody, tempting her to return to the nightclub in search of answers. Driven by a restless curiosity, Emmy embarked on a quest to uncover the truth about the man who had captivated her so completely. She delved into the shadowy underbelly of Tokyo's nightlife, seeking out whispers and rumors that might lead her to the identity of the elusive figure known as Akira Kurogen. Her search led her down dark alleys and through hidden backrooms, where she encountered fellow seekers of the truth, some driven by a thirst for knowledge, others by a hunger for power. But as Emmy delved deeper into the labyrinth of secrets surrounding Eclipse and its enigmatic owner, she soon realized that she was treading on dangerous ground. For there were those who would stop at nothing to protect the veil of secrecy that shrouded the world of vampires, and Emma's relentless pursuit of the truth had drawn their attention. Shadows lurked in every corner, and whispers of danger echoed through the neon-lit streets, warning her to tread carefully lest she become ensnared in a web of deceit and betrayal. But Emmy refused to be deterred, her determination fueled by an unquenchable thirst for knowledge and a burning desire to uncover the truth. And as she delved deeper into the heart of darkness, she knew that the answers she sought lay just beyond her reach, waiting to be discovered amidst the swirling mists of mystery and intrigue. As Emmy delved further into the secrets of Eclipse and the enigmatic figure of Akira Kurogen, she stumbled upon a trail of clues that hinted at a centuries-old conspiracy. Cryptic symbols etched into ancient tomes, whispered rumors of a clandestine society operating in the shadows, and whispered tales of a prophecy that foretold of a chosen one who would bring about the dawn of a new era. But the more Emmy uncovered, the more perilous her journey became. Shadows seemed to move with a life of their own, lurking in the darkness just beyond her line of sight. Whispers followed her every step, their words filled with warnings of the dangers that awaited those who dared to challenge the status quo. And at the heart of it all stood Akira Kurogane, a figure shrouded in mystery and intrigue. His true intentions remained elusive, his motives obscured by layers of deception and half-truths. Yet Emmy couldn't shake the feeling that he held the key to unlocking the secrets that lay hidden beneath the surface of Tokyo's glittering facade. With each passing day, Emmy found herself drawn deeper into the web of intrigue that surrounded Eclipse and its enigmatic owner. But as she uncovered more about the truth of vampires and their hidden world, she realized that the stakes were higher than she could have ever imagined. For lurking in the shadows were forces far more sinister than she had ever encountered, their machinations threatening to plunge the world into chaos and darkness. And as Emmy stood on the precipice of discovery, she knew that the choices she made would determine not only her own fate, but the fate of all who dwelled in the shadows of Tokyo's neon-lit streets. As Emmy delves deeper into the mysteries surrounding Eclipse and the enigmatic Akira Kurogane, she begins to unravel a tangled web of deceit and betrayal. Cryptic messages hidden in ancient texts lead her to secret meetings and underground gatherings, where whispers of an ancient prophecy echo through the shadows. But as she gets closer to the truth, Emmy finds herself caught in a dangerous game of cat and mouse with forces far beyond her understanding. Dark figures lurk in the shadows, their intentions unknown yet palpably malevolent. And at the center of it all stands Akira Kurogane, his motives shrouded in secrecy and his true nature a tantalizing mystery. With each revelation, Emmy's world spins further out of control, until she's no longer sure who to trust or where to turn. Friends become foes, and allies emerge from unexpected places. And as the lines between reality and nightmare blur, Emmy finds herself grappling with forces she never knew existed, each more terrifying than the last. But amidst the chaos and confusion, one thing becomes clear: the fate of Tokyo and perhaps the world itself hangs in the balance. And as Emmy races against time to uncover the truth, she realizes that the key to unlocking the mysteries of Eclipse may lie within herself. For she is not just a mere bystander in this dark and dangerous world, but a central figure in a prophecy that could spell either salvation or doom for all who dwell in the shadows. And as she prepares to confront the ultimate evil lurking at the heart of Eclipse, Emmy knows that her journey is far from over, and that the true test of her strength and courage is yet to come. As Emmy delves further into the secrets of Eclipse and the elusive Akira Kurogane, she uncovers a startling revelation: the existence of a powerful artifact hidden within the depths of the nightclub. Legends speak of a relic known as the Bloodstone, said to possess the ability to grant unimaginable power to whoever wields it. But the Bloodstone is not just a mere object of desire. It is a key to unlocking a dark prophecy that threatens to consume the world in eternal night. Whispers of ancient rituals and forgotten bloodlines intertwine with Emmy's quest for the truth, leading her down a path fraught with peril and treachery. As she races against time to locate the Bloodstone before it falls into the wrong hands, Emmy finds herself ensnared in a deadly game of cat and mouse with forces determined to claim the artifact for their own nefarious purposes. And at the center of it all stands Akira Kurogane, his true intentions still shrouded in mystery. But Emmy refuses to be deterred by the dangers that lie ahead. With the help of unlikely allies and her own indomitable will, she sets out to unravel the secrets of Eclipse and prevent the fulfillment of the dark prophecy. But as she delves deeper into the heart of darkness, Emmy soon realizes that the true power of the Bloodstone may lie not in its ability to grant strength, but in its capacity to corrupt the souls of those who seek it. And as the lines between friend and foe blur, Emmy must confront her own inner demons if she is to emerge victorious in the ultimate battle for humanity's future. As Emmy delves deeper into the mysteries surrounding Eclipse and the elusive Bloodstone, she begins to uncover a tangled web of deception that stretches back centuries. Whispers of an ancient covenant between vampires and humans, forged in blood and secrecy, lead her to the realization that the fate of both worlds hangs in the balance. But as she races against time to uncover the truth, Emmy finds herself pursued by a shadowy organization hellbent on obtaining the Bloodstone for their own sinister purposes. Their leader, a charismatic and enigmatic figure known only as the Crimson Lord, will stop at nothing to harness the power of the artifact and bend it to his will. With danger lurking around every corner, Emmy must navigate a treacherous landscape of betrayal and intrigue, where allies may be enemies in disguise and nothing is as it seems. And at the heart of it all lies Akira Kurogain, the mysterious owner of Eclipse, whose true allegiance remains a tantalizing mystery. But as Emmy draws closer to the truth, she begins to uncover dark secrets that threaten to shake the very foundations of her reality. Whispers of a long-forgotten prophecy, foretelling the coming of a chosen one who will decide the fate of the world, haunt her every step. As the pieces of the puzzle fall into place, Emmy realizes that she alone holds the key to unlocking the true power of the Bloodstone and determining the ultimate fate of humanity. But with enemies closing in from all sides, she must tread carefully, for the path to victory may lead her to the darkest depths of her own soul. And as the final showdown looms on the horizon, Emmy knows that the fate of the world hangs in the balance, and that only she has the power to tip the scales in favor of light or darkness. As Emmy delves deeper into the mysteries surrounding the Bloodstone and the ancient prophecy, she discovers that her own lineage is intricately intertwined with the fate of the artifact. Hidden truths about her family's past begin to emerge, revealing a legacy of guardians tasked with protecting the world from the darkness that threatens to consume it. But as Emmy grapples with the weight of her newfound destiny, she faces betrayal from within her own ranks. A trusted ally reveals themselves to be a pawn of the Crimson Lord, their allegiance shifting like shadows in the night. With danger closing in from all sides, Emmy must rely on her wits and inner strength to navigate the treacherous waters of deceit and deception, as she races against time to prevent the Bloodstone from falling into the wrong hands. Emmy uncovers a startling revelation. The artifact holds the key to not only unlocking unimaginable power, but also unleashing a force of destruction that could bring about the end of days. With the fate of the world hanging in the balance, Emmy must confront her own inner demons and embrace the legacy of her ancestors, if she is to stand a chance against the forces of darkness. But as the final battle draws near, she realizes that the true test of her strength lies not in her ability to wield power, but in her capacity to choose between the path of light and the path of darkness. And as the fate of humanity hangs in the balance, Emmy stands poised on the brink of destiny, ready to confront the ultimate truth and determine the course of history once and for all. But little does she know that the greatest challenge lies ahead, and the true test of her courage and resolve is yet to come. As Emmy delves deeper into the mysteries surrounding the Bloodstone and her own lineage, she discovers a shocking revelation. She is the prophesied chosen one foretold to wield the artifact and determine the fate of the world. With this newfound knowledge weighing heavily on her shoulders, Emmy must confront her own doubts and insecurities as she grapples with the enormity of her destiny. But as she seeks to unlock the true power of the Bloodstone, Emmy finds herself ensnared in a deadly game of cat and mouse with the Crimson Lord and his minions. Every step she takes is met with resistance, every ally she trusts potentially compromised by the enemy's influence. As the stakes grow higher and the danger escalates, Emmy realizes that she cannot do this alone. She must gather allies from both the human and vampire worlds, forging unlikely alliances and risking everything in the name of saving humanity from destruction. But even as she prepares for the final showdown, Emmy is haunted by doubts and uncertainties. Can she truly harness the power of the Bloodstone for good, or will she succumb to the darkness that threatens to consume her? As the fate of the world hangs in the balance, Emmy must confront her own inner demons and make the ultimate choice: to embrace her destiny and become the savior of humanity, or to let fear and doubt dictate her path, condemning the world to eternal darkness. And as the final battle looms on the horizon, Emmy knows that the choices she makes will determine the fate of all who dwell in the shadows. As Emmy grapples with her newfound role as the chosen one and the weight of responsibility that comes with it, she delves deeper into the ancient prophecies surrounding the Bloodstone. Each clue she uncovers leads her closer to understanding the true nature of the artifact and its potential to either save or doom the world. But the Crimson Lord's grip on the shadows tightens with each passing moment. His minions lurk in the darkness, watching Emmy's every move and waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. Betrayal lurks around every corner, and Emmy soon realizes that she cannot trust anyone but herself. In her quest for answers, Emmy finds herself drawn to the most unlikely of allies, a vampire named Kai, whose dark past is shrouded in mystery. Together, they navigate the treacherous landscape of deception and danger, forming an uneasy alliance born out of necessity. As they race against time to uncover the truth, Emmy and Kai encounter obstacles at every turn. Ancient traps and deadly guardians stand between them and the answers they seek, testing their resolve and pushing them to their limits. But as they draw closer to the heart of the mystery, Emmy begins to question everything she thought she knew. The lines between friend and foe blur, and she realizes that the true enemy may be closer than she ever imagined. With the fate of the world hanging in the balance, Emmy must confront her own inner demons and make the ultimate sacrifice. For only by embracing the darkness within herself can she hope to defeat the Crimson Lord and prevent the prophecy from coming to fruition. But as the final confrontation looms on the horizon, Emmy knows that the battle ahead will test her in ways she never thought possible. And as she prepares to face her destiny, she can only hope that she has the strength and courage to emerge victorious. As Emmy and Kai finally reach the heart of the mystery, they discover the truth about the Bloodstone and the ancient prophecy. But their victory is short-lived, as the Crimson Lord ambushes them in a final, desperate bid for power. In the ensuing battle, Emmy fights with all her strength and skill, but she is no match for the Crimson Lord's dark magic. Kai sacrifices himself to protect her, giving Emmy the opportunity to grasp the Bloodstone and unleash its power. But as she channels the artifact's energy, Emmy realizes the terrible truth. The Bloodstone is not a force for good, but a harbinger of destruction. In her desperation to defeat the Crimson Lord, she has unwittingly doomed the world to eternal darkness. With tears in her eyes, Emmy watches helplessly as the world around her crumbles into chaos. The once vibrant city of Tokyo is consumed by shadows, its inhabitants transformed into soulless husks under the Crimson Lord's control. In the end, Emmy is left alone amidst the ruins, haunted by the memories of all she has lost. She wanders the desolate streets, her heart heavy with regret and sorrow, knowing that she is the one responsible for bringing about the end of everything she held dear. And as the darkness closes in around her, Emmy can only whisper a final, heartbreaking apology to the world she failed to save. For in her quest for redemption, she became the very thing she swore to destroy, a bringer of despair in a world consumed by darkness.